me redraw this stuff. So x is moving along the positive coordinate, or x is moving uh, x is actually moving from the on the positive coordinate line excluding 0. So this means that we can write that x is greater than 0. So for this second step we can say that, so currently we now know that x is greater than 0, or at any given time the variable x will always contain a coordinate from this positive coordinate, from this positive side of the number line. So x will currently contain any value at any given time from the positive side of the number line. So that's why I've given the arrow that x is moving along this number line. So x can contain any number that's 1, or that is 100, or that's 200, but x can't contain any number that's -1, -3, -4, or anything that includes any coordinate from the opposite side of the number line. So to say that x is positive, let me rewrite this sentence again. X, to say that x is positive, so this is the shorthand form for writing positive. As you can see, the plus sign with VE, so this means positive, and this can be written as x is greater than 0. So at any given time x will always be greater than 0, but not 0. So we will be looking at why it will be not 0 when you start working with inequality along with absolute values. So we can assume something else right now. So let's scroll down. So let the opposite value, so the opposite value be denoted as negative x, which is less than 0. So you might be considering, why is minus x less than 0? But remember from the previous example that I've shown you that by minus x we are actually referring to the opposite side of the number line. So remember that we have considered this right side to be positive. So inherently and naturally the left hand side, which is the opposite facing side, will be considered to be the negative side. So if we consider sorry, so if we consider this x to be positive, or we can write this positive x is greater than 0, I think this gets clearer for you. So positive x is greater than 0, which lies in the positive side of the number line. Then the opposite x, which lies in the negative side of the number line, will be denoted as negative x. So this negative x is a certain point. Always remember, these points are referred as x. So this x, if I scroll up, this x can currently be placed at this point, which is -1. We can assign -1 to this point. We can assign -2. I hope you can see this. Then we can assign -3. So this x can currently be positioned in here. This is a point which refers to the constant value of 1. This x can also be positioned in here at another time. Now this x does not contain the previous constant coordinate of -1, but now it contains the constant coordinate of -2. Then again let me erase this off. Then again, obviously we can currently position our x on the coordinate of -3. So right now the point or the variable x contains the value of -3. So this x is actually on the left hand side, which by our perspective is the negative side of the number line. So we will always refer to all these points on the left hand side as negative x. So obviously, because the left hand side have values that are less than 0, as we can see from the number line, the right hand side contains the values that are more than 0, as we can see in here. 1, 2, 3, these coordinates are more than 0, and -1, -2, and -3 are coordinate constants which are less than 0. So this minus x refers to the left hand side, which is conventionally the negative side, and any value any value contained inside this x will obviously be less than 0 or negative. So this is another way of saying that this negative x is or let me make it more precise. So this negative x will contain a value that's negative. As we can see from the number line, that values on the left hand side or coordinates on the left hand side relative to the 0 will obviously be negative, and values or coordinates or constant numbers on the right hand side relative to the origin will be positive constants. So I think this makes it a little this makes the concept clear. So from the left hand side, we are referring to the point, or on which side are we on, and obviously this right hand value refers to any positive constant or any positive coordinate. So you can say this is a constant, and we can refer this to be with the value of c, or with any arbitrary value, like you can say a if you understand a. But because constant, the word constant starts with c, then we can write c. And obviously this negative x refers to the side, or we can say this is the variable or the point, or you can say side, anything.